Roy Cribb is now being sued for $70,000 and Mark Zuckerberg's yacht refused to give aid to a distress call. Roy Cribb is now being sued for $70,000 for an incident that happened on May 14th, 2025. Where during a 7-night sailing on the Harmony of the Seas, a woman who was from Texas was using the bathroom where an access panel was improperly installed to the point where, while she was using the bathroom, the access panel fell all the way down, hit her in the head, causing her to fall to the ground. And she had to be taken to medical in Cozumel because she went to the medical, and now they took her to the medical in Cozumel because they wanted her to do a CAT scan to make sure she had no injuries. But when she got back to Texas, back home, she was diagnosed with a traumatic brain injury and associated cognitive and psychological symptoms such as memory loss, anxiety, depression, PTSD. She also has spine injuries as well, due to the fact that, like I said, a panel that was improperly installed and it fell on her head. I work construction. That should not happen. Panels should not fall on people's heads. This is due to the fact that it is improperly installed. Whoever installed this panel, this is an access panel. So if you don't know, access panel, you open up and you go in there. It's usually an area where they have a valve and stuff like that for the HVAC. It's where they have valves, right? Go to their valves so that they don't have to rip apart the whole ceiling, right? That is what an access panel is for, right? But unfortunately, it was not installed correctly by the carpenters, right? Whoever installed it, they installed it incorrectly, and this caused it to fall on her head. Now, her legal team is seeking around $70,000 in medical bills, damages, and all of that. Recently, off the coast of Ibiza on July 31st, 2026, the MSC musician, she was on her way from Sabetsia on a 7-night cruise when someone spotted a boat that was holding 8 passengers who were all from Africa. And this is around 11:30 in the morning, where they had to offer aid to this craft which had no power, no propulsion, and they were lacking supplies. They were in desperate need at this moment. So now the MSC musician took these 8 passengers, offered them aid, supplies, helped them, fed them, did all of that, right? But the reason why the MSC musician was there is there was a distress call that went to the US Coast Guard that got relayed all the way out there, and that's how it works. The distress call goes to the US Coast Guard, and the US Coast Guard puts it out there for the ships, any ship that's in the area, to help them. Fortunately, MSC musician was there, but there was a yacht that was there. This was a Mark Zuckerberg owned yacht, right? And I'm not saying that he was on it. Don't know if he was on it, right? But the thing is this distress call went out, right, to all the boats out there, all the ships out there. But his yacht was there. His yacht was closer. This is what the reports are saying. Now, if his yacht was closer, but because it's a yacht, they did not want to help them, this could be a situation that could be very bad, because under the maritime law, you're supposed to aid a distress call. Doesn't matter if you have a yacht, doesn't matter if you have a cruise ship or a cargo ship. You're supposed to aid a distress call. But as you can see right here, this is what they're saying is his yacht did not aid the distress call. So, we do not know what happened. We don't know if he was on, like I said, but this is a very, very unfortunate situation. If in fact his yacht refused to do this distress call due to the fact that they were on a yacht, now we are going to have some serious issues. So what do you think should happen to Mr. Zuckerberg's captain of this yacht, the crew and all that? If in fact they refuse to give aid to these people because they were on a yacht, what do you think should happen?